Rishi theme comes with a powerful header builder that allows you tons of flexibility to customize your header layout, where you can fully control what kind of header layout you want on your website. In this video, I will show you how to configure header with header builder step by step. To configure header, from under Appearance, you have to click on Customize. I'm going to open it in the new tab. From under General Options, go to Header. And these are your header builder options. You get various elements like button, contacts, HTML, logo, menu 1 and 2, search, and socials. In Rishi Pro, we have added even more elements. On the right hand side, you will find the builder interface. This is where all of the header construction takes place. You will see the top, the main, and the bottom row. You will also see the elements that are already added to the row, which are displaying respectively on the header. You will also notice that because there are no elements added to the bottom row, it is not displaying on the header. For now, let's delete all of these elements. Just simply click on the cross icon, and you will notice that as you keep on crossing out these elements, they will disappear from the header as well. Now, let's create a fresh header for our site. From the left hand side, grab one of the elements. You can select any one of your choice. Let's select logo for now. All you have to do is drag it, and you have to drop it either on your top, main, or bottom row. Let's place it on the main row. After you place the element on the main row, it will display on the header. If you place the logo on your right, the logo will be displayed on the right, and if you place it on the middle, the logo will also be aligned to the middle. For now, let's place it on the left hand side. Now, following the same process, you can add more elements. Simply select the element of your choice, and you can drag and drop it to the top, main, or the bottom row. Let's add some more elements to our header following the same process. Now, if you want to style the top, main, or the bottom row, it is very easy as well. You simply have to hover your cursor on the main display, which will then reveal this blue box with the name of the row on it. You simply have to click on this box. This will open up the styling and customization option for the main row. Alternatively, you can also directly access the style options by going over to each of the rows. Then, you have to click on this gear icon, which is available for each of the rows. As soon as you click on the gear icon, it will display the styling options for the respective row. These are the styling and customization settings for the top row. Here, you get the general settings and the design settings. Under the general settings, you get options like selecting the container width. You can select default, or you can go with full width, which will extend the container width for the top row till the end of the screen. Let's go with default. Then you can also select the row minimum height across different devices. If you are not happy with the changes you have made, you can always click on the reset icon. Then under design, you will find fully customizable premium features. Even though this is the free version of the Rishi theme, we have added tons of premium features that you can easily use to style your top, main, or the bottom row. Under the background option, you have full control over the background setting of your top row. You can select the color from here. The default color is set as white. You have to click here, then you can select the color of your choice. You can also select gradient and select from the range of gradient colors. Or you can add in the image. You also have further settings to customize the image that you have added, or you can add a pattern. You also get fully customizable borders, and you can also add a shadow to your top bar if you wish to. If you want to reset any of the settings that you have made, you can always click on the reset icon. Now similarly, if you want to style your main row, you have to hover your cursor on the main display, then you can either click on the main row box, or like I mentioned before, you can click on the gear icon. Then like we did earlier, you can customize the general options as well as select the design options for your main row. You can follow the same process to customize your bottom row. Another notable feature is that you can make any of these rows temporarily disappear. Let's assume that you do not want the top row to be displayed. So instead of deleting these elements to make the top row invisible, what you can do is you can simply click on the eye icon over here. When you click on the eye icon, the entire top row will be hidden from your header. Then to display it back on, you have to click on the eye icon once again. The same option is also available for each of the elements individually. You can just click on the eye icon to hide them temporarily, and you can click on the eye icon back on, which will then display the particular element back on the row. Now let's see how we can customize the elements. After adding the elements of your choice on your header, you can further customize them. To do that, you can either hover your cursor on the element, then you have to click on the pencil icon, which will display as you hover over the elements on your header. Do you see this pencil icon over here? You simply have to click on it. Another method is you can simply click on the element that you wish to customize. For example, if you want to customize the button element, you can directly click on the button element from the customizer sidebar, or you can click on the elements from the builder interface itself. All you have to do is hover over the elements, then you have to click on this pencil icon that displays as you hover your cursor over each of these elements. For this video tutorial, I will click on the elements from the builder interface. So let's start with the logo. To customize the logo that we have added, let's click on the pencil icon, and here are our general and design settings for the logo element. First option is to set the logo of your choice. By default, this is the logo that is added for this particular template. Simply remove the logo. Then you can click on select logo, select the logo of your choice, click on select, which will then display the logo of your choice. Now, if you think that the logo that is displaying here is too big, you don't have to worry at all. If you scroll down, you will find an option called Logo Max Width. You can easily increase or decrease the logo that you have selected with this option. So let's decrease the size. This looks fine. Then you can also select the sticky state logo from here. If you don't know what sticky state logo is, it is the logo that displays as you are scrolling down. As you can see from the screen, the sticky logo is the same as the logo that we have added for our site. If you want to select a different sticky state logo, click on select logo, then you can just select the logo of your choice and click on select. Now as you scroll down, you will have a different sticky state logo. Then you can enable or disable the sticky state shrink from here, and you can also select the logo height. Next, you can enable or disable the site title. Currently, the site title is not being shown because from the logo style we have selected only logo. For both the title and logo to display, you have to select logo and title, and you will see the title as well as the logo is now displayed. If you want to change the title, you can scroll down and select a different site title. You can also select the site title visibility across different devices. I will come back to this in a while. Then from under site logo and title layout, you can select different layouts. When you select logo, title and tagline, along with the logo and title, you can also display the tagline. Right now the tagline is not being shown because it is not enabled. So let's enable it first, which will then display the site tagline as well. If you want to edit the site tagline, you can do that from here. After setting the tagline of your choice, you can scroll to the top. Then you can select the layout from the different options that are available here. After these, let's get down to the site title and tagline visibility. These help you to make title and tagline visible across different devices. Let me demonstrate an example. Let's assume that for the desktop device, you want all three, the logo, site title, and tagline to be visible. Then for the tablet view, you want only the logo and the title to be visible. For the mobile view, you only want the logo to be visible. To achieve that, you simply have to unselect the site title and tagline visibility across all the devices. So for the desktop view, we don't have to unselect anything because we want both site title and tagline to be visible for the desktop view. For the tablet view, we will unselect the site tagline visibility. Then for the mobile view, we will unselect both title and tagline visibility. Afterwards, when you switch to the tablet view, you will see that only the site logo and site title is visible, whereas for the mobile device, only the site logo is visible. But if you switch back to the desktop view, it will show all the site logo, title, and the tagline. If you have any more questions regarding this, please do let me know in the comments section below. Or even better, you can directly reach out to our support team. I have added the link in the description box below. After you are done, click on Publish to save the changes. Let's move on to the next element. Let's select Menu and click on it. Under Menu, first of all, you can select Menu from the list of available options. The menu that you select will be displayed as the menu here on the header. So instead of menu 1, let's suppose if you want to add in a default menu, you can select default, which will then display the default menu. I will select the previous menu, which is menu number 1 for our header. And you can also manage your menu items in the menu screen, which you can access with the help of the link here. Under Menu, you will find settings for the main menu as well as for the drop-down menu. The menu styles at the top is for the main menu here. Then the drop-down options are for the drop-down menus here. Let's start with the main menu. Under General, you can select the menu styles. You can select from type 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 or 8. Simply click on the styles, then you can select the layout or the style of your choice. I will stick with type 1 for now. The next is item spacing. With the help of this option, you can set the item spacing between the menu items. You can also enable the stretch menu, which will stretch the menu and fit the width of its parent column. I'm going to disable the option for the stretch menu. Then from under Design, you can select the font family, the font style, as well as set the font size, line height, letter spacing, as well as customize further with the help of other settings. You can also set the font color. Simply click here, then select the color of your choice. You can select from the range of color options that are available here. Then you can also set the margin. Then comes the drop-down options. Here, the first option is Items Hover Effect. You can select from 3 options here. The first is Simple, which is applied in default. The second is Solid Color, which displays a solid color inside of the menu item box in the drop-down menu. Then another option is the Boxed Color, which displays a boxed background color inside of the menu item for the drop-down option. Another option is Inner Spacing. You can increase or decrease the spacing in between the 2 menu items with the help of this option. Right now, we only have 1 menu item for both the drop-down options, but if you have more than 2 menu items added, then the inner spacing helps to increase or decrease the spacing in between those 2 menu items. You can also select the drop-down reveal effect from 4 of these different options. You can also select the drop-down top offset, which determines the distance between the main menu and the drop-down menu. If you increase the value, then it will increase the distance between the main menu and the drop-down menu. If you choose to decrease the drop-down top offset value, then it will decrease the distance between the main menu and the drop-down menu. I will set it back to 15. Then you can also select the drop-down width. This helps you to minimize or maximize the width for the menu items. You can increase it or you can decrease it. Next is the design option. The design options for the drop-down menu are somewhat same as the menu styles design options. You can select font color, size, and style. Additionally, you can select items background color. So right now, it is this white color. If you want to select a darker color, let's go with this light blue. It will change the item background color. You can also select the hover color, which is now set as white. You can select any color of your choice. If you select gray, then the hover color will now be set as gray. Next, you can select the items divider. You can select from 4 of these options, then you can set the border from here. Right now, we only have 1 item here, but if you have added more than 1 item, then you can select from one of these items divider, which will then display as item divider for the menu items that you add for your drop-down menu. You can also add the drop-down shadow. Simply click here, then you can select the color of your choice. Then you can click on Adjust and go through these various settings to apply the drop-down shadow for your drop-down menu. Then you can also set the drop-down border radius. You can simply add in a value here, for example 6. Then you can click on the lock icon, which will apply the same value across all the directions. Setting the border radius helps you to achieve the rounded border. Also, if you are dissatisfied with the changes you have made, you can always reset them back to default by clicking on the reset icons. Let's move on to the next element, which is button. Click on it. And just like with all the elements, it will open up the design and styling options for the button element. First, you can select the layout. You can either go with the default or you can go with the outline layout. Let's go with the default layout. Then you can select the size of the button from 3 of these options here. Let's go with the small size. You can also add in the label here. Instead of download, if you want to add in some other label, you can remove it, then add in the label of your choice. If you want to link this button to some URL, you can add in that link inside of this URL box. You can also select the minimum width for the button. You can increase it or you can decrease it. You can allow your visitors to open the link you have added here in the new tab by enabling Open in New Tab option. Then you can enable or disable the last 4 options as per your requirement. You can also select the button visibility across different devices. You only have to unselect the device where you don't want the button to be visible when your visitors are accessing your site from that particular device. For example, if you don't want the button to be visible on the tablet and mobile devices, you simply have to unselect these devices. When you do this, if your visitors access your site from mobile or tablet devices, this button will not be displayed. But if they access your site from the desktop device, this button will be displayed. For now, I'm going to select button visibility for all 3 devices. Under Design, you can select font color, button color, border color, add a button shadow, hover shadow, as well as apply border radius and margin. So you can just click here, then you can easily select the font color of your choice. You can also select the hover color. Then you can select the button color. If you want to select a lighter color, you can go for a lighter color. Then for the border color, you can select a different color. You can also add a button shadow across different devices from here, as well as add in the button hover shadow. If you want to apply border radius, you can add in a value here. And if this lock icon is not already locked, you have to lock it, which will apply the same value across all directions. This helps you to achieve a rounded border. Then you can assign margin and padding value to your button here. Just like with most of the options, you can always reset the design options with just a click on the reset icon. The next element is socials. I will not explain socials in this video because I have already covered this element in our How to Add Social Media Elements to Header and Footer video. Please access that video with a link in the description box below or by clicking the eye icon above. So let's move on to contacts and we will click on it. Here, apart from the elements that are already added, you can also add more. So apart from the email address and phone, if you want to add in more elements, then you have to click here. You can select one of the elements. Let's select work hours. Then you have to click on the add button. After which, you can also customize the element that you have added. Simply click on the drop-down arrow. Then you can change the content, like setting a different title, adding a content, as well as adding the link and other informations. The customization option is available for each of the elements that you have already added or the elements that you wish to add. If you have added any links, Then you can enable to open those links in the new tab so that your visitors will be able to access or open the link that you have added on any of the elements without leaving the main site. You can also increase or decrease the icon size, that too across different devices. You can set the item spacing. Then you can also select the icon shape type. You can go for the rounded or square look. Then you can also select the shape fill type from solid or outline. Let's go with solid. Under design, you will find various colors and design customization options, like setting the font family, selecting the font style, setting the font size, line height, letter spacing, and applying other customization options. Then you will also have options to select the font color, icon's color, the icon's background color, and if you wish to, you can also apply margin. So select the color of your choice. If you select blue instead of the black default color, that is what will be displayed here. Following the same process, you can change the font as well as the icon's background color. And now we have the search element. Under general options for the search element, you can increase or decrease the icon size. You can increase it or you can decrease it. You can also select search through criteria to perform searches from posts, pages, or products. Then under design, you can select the icon color. So instead of this black color, you can select blue. You can also select the hover color, which is blue right now. You can change it to black, which will then display the hover color as black. I will reset the icon color for now. You can also set the icon margin from here. Then you can select the close icon color and the close icon background color, as well as model background and model font color. If you are wondering what close icon color is, if you go to our site and if you perform any search, or let's say your users who access your site, they perform any search, this is the close icon. So for now it is white. Let's change it to some other color. Let's change it to light blue. Now let's publish our changes. Go back to our site. Give our site a refresh. Then click on the search icon. As you can see, the close icon color is now changed to the selected color. Let's go back. You can also select the close icon background color from here. Then you can select the model background. This is the model background, the dark color. Let's change it to a lighter color. Let's select white or maybe lighter blue. Click on publish. Now let's go back to our site once again and we will give it a refresh once again. Now click on the search icon and here is the changed model background. Following the same process, you can also select and change the model font color. This whole process that I just explained was for the desktop header builder. Now we will move on to the mobile header builder. On the builder interface, you will notice the mobile header builder. The mobile header builder is independent from the desktop header builder and it is applicable for both tablet and mobile devices. Let's click on it. You will now see that the builder interface is divided into two parts. On the left-hand side is the off-canvas menu. This panel serves as the container for the mobile header elements. To add any element of your choice, you have to drag it and you have to drop it inside of the off-canvas menu. For example, if I want to add in button, I will have to drag and I will have to drop it here. Let me go to our site and I will just open it up in the mobile form. So right now our site is displaying in the mobile form. This is the off canvas menu. Right now the button is not being shown. Let's go back and publish the changes. If you come back and give our site a refresh, click on the menu, you will see the button has now been added to our off canvas menu. Let's go back. You can add and play with the header elements and easily style them as per your preference. To access the settings of the off canvas drawer, you have to click on the gear icon. And here are the settings. You can either reveal the drawer as model or side panel. Side panel is the default reveal effect. You can go with the model. Click on publish and let's see what changes will be made here. So this is the model reveal effect. When you select the reveal effect as model, you can select the vertical alignment across different devices as well as the horizontal alignment across different devices. When you select side panel, you can either select the reveal from as left side or right side. You can select from either of these options. So right now, when you click on the menu, it reveals from the right side. When you select left side and publish the changes, you go back and give your site a refresh. Now click on the menu and it will reveal from the left hand side. You can also increase or decrease the panel width. Currently it is set at 90. Let's decrease the size a little bit. Let's set it to 84. Click on publish. Go back and give your site a refresh. Click on the menu and you will see the panel width is slightly decreased. Then you can select the vertical alignment across different devices from here. You can also set the horizontal alignment from different options available. You can play around with the options and select the best one for your site. The right area is where you build your page's header. Again, just like with the desktop header, you can drag any of the elements and drop it on the top, main or the bottom row. Then, you can make the customization as per your site's need. In addition to the standard header elements, you also get one more header element for your mobile header, that is the trigger element. This is currently placed on the right hand side of the main row. You will need to place this on your header, otherwise the off-canvas drawer cannot be accessed. To access the settings for the trigger element, you simply have to click on the pencil icon, which will then reveal the options or settings for the trigger element on your left hand side. You can select from type 1, type 2 or type 3 layout. You can select the trigger design as simple, you can select outline or you can select solid. Do you see the changes here? The color is very faint, but the solid design is now applied to the trigger. I'm going to set it back to simple, then you can also enable the trigger label. You can set the label text from here, right now it is set as menu. Then you can also select the label alignment from left or right. I'm going to disable the trigger label for now. Then from under design, you can select the trigger color. Right now it is set as dark blue. Let's say you want to select a vibrant color like red. You can also select red and it will display here. Then you can also select the hover color, which is the color that displays as you hover your cursor over the trigger. You can click on the color, then you can select the color of your choice. Let's say you want it to be yellow. Then it will change to yellow immediately. I'm going to set the trigger color back to how it was before, but following the same process, you can also change the color for the sticky state. Before I switch back to the desktop header, I will go to General and I will select Type 1 as the trigger layout. Then let's switch back to the header layout. If at any time you want to view the page at full mode, you can simply click on the Hide Builder button. Or if you want to show it back again, then you have to click on the Show Builder option back on. So that was it about how to create header with Header Builder in Rishi theme. I hope you liked this video, and if you did, please give us a like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Please help us grow. If you have any questions or confusions, you can place them down in the comment section below, or you can directly reach out to our support team. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in our next video.